Welcome back to Swiss Watch Expo. Today we have a very unique and interesting limited edition timepiece, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Swiss Watch Expo. Jason here, and today we received one of these very unique limited edition TAG Heuer Carreras, and this is a very beautiful timepiece. And before we get into any of the specs, I just want to take a moment to really appreciate the beauty and uniqueness of this dial here. It's got this kind of polychrome finish on the dial itself, and it's a 45mm case size. But if you just really look at it and just kind of shimmer it in the light, you get all these different color tones of blue, purple, orange, yellow, and it's just very, very unique. When I first saw this piece, I thought the crystal was actually kind of like this rainbow effect, but it's actually right on that skeletonized dial, which I think is really cool. One of my coworkers noted that it almost looks like when you put something like to a flame, where you can kind of get that hot blue flame and then it kind of reaches out to the orange flame. So I think it's kind of a really cool look. And I love the way that TAG Heuer made this timepiece here, because there's only 150 of these made, so it's very limited edition. And what they did with this here is, even though it's a 45mm case size, it's very, very light. They use a grade 5 titanium on the case itself, which is going to be very, very light while still having that really nice presence on the wrist, especially for someone that maybe has a larger wrist size. This is going to wear very well for an everyday wear. If you take a really close look at the design, it's kind of got this carbon fiber kind of effect to it. If you take a look at the actual bezel itself, you can see this really unique design that this has, and they're all kind of one of a kind. You really can't replicate that same design on every single case. So I love that it has this little extra bit of texture around the case and the bezel itself. So it's really, really cool. And then taking a look at the underside as well, they still added that polychrome effect on that plate on the back. So I think it's very, very cool, especially with it being that transparent skeletonized dial. I mean, that's just such a beautiful look. So if you're someone that already has a good collection of watches, or maybe you're just in the market for something that's very unique and different, this is a really great choice. It does have about 100 meters of water resistance, so give you about 330 feet. It does feature the Caliber Heuer 02T movement on the inside, so it is an automatic movement with about a 65-hour power reserve. One finite detail that I love that TAG Heuer put on this timepiece here is on the crown itself. It's got this kind of rubberized texture on it, so when you are winding it or setting the time, it's very, very easy to get that grip on there. It's a lot easier than a stainless steel crown where it's a little bit hard to kind of turn. This one here is going to be very easy to go ahead and turn that crown with that kind of rubberized material on it. And then of course you have your traditional chronograph functions here with your 30-minute tracker and your 12-hour tracker on the 9 o'clock subdial. And then you also have that beautiful tourbillon movement on the 6 o'clock subdial right there. So there's just a lot to love about this timepiece. It's so different. You have a skeleton dial with that polychrome finish, as well as a tourbillon with the chronograph. I mean, it's just, there's so much packed into this timepiece here, and limited to only about 150 pieces. You really can't go wrong with this one. So check this one out here at Swiss Watch Expo while we still have it available. And we do have a lot of other great Carrera options, or any other limited edition timepieces that you're looking for. Check us out at SwissWatchExpo.com.